September of 2024, we embarked on a 4-night cruise on the Pacific Adventure. The Pacific Adventure is currently being run by P&O Australia. Come March 25, of course, you've all heard that it will become the Carnival Adventure, and Carnival Cruise Lines will take over the running of this ship. In this video, I will touch on some of the other activities that you can experience while you are on the Pacific Adventure, but primarily I'm going to give you an overview of how 4 middle-aged adults spent their 4 days on board the Pacific Adventure. I'm going to point out our highlights and also point out some of the things that we decided to leave and why we decided to leave them. And in hindsight, did we make the right choice? We embarked our cruise at the Overseas Passenger Terminal at Circular Quay, and you can see that video here where we talk about how we experienced our time on board, or getting on board and meeting our friends who were first-time cruisers. Later on, in another video, we're actually going to have a chat about first-time cruising out of Australia and also have a catch-up with Col and Liz about how they found their experience. Some fast facts about this ship so that you know what you're getting yourself in for when you're getting ready to board the Pacific Adventure. There are 6 spas, 4 pools, 2 water slides, 21 dining experiences, 8 bars and nightclubs. It holds 2,636 guests. It has 12 guest decks, that's including cabins and any activities and restaurants in there, so you've got plenty of space to hang out. It is 290 metres long and you have over 500 balconies to choose from. A majority of our time at the Oasis Lounge. This is an adults only area at the back of the ship, so you get an awesome view of the sunrise or sunsets, and it's a great place to watch the wake of the ship. I love watching the wake of the ship. Is there anyone else out there who is so obsessed with the wake of the ship? Let me know in the comments below where your favourite place to hang out on a ship is and what makes it special for you. In the Oasis bar area, obviously there was a bar that was well attended, a small little plunge pool that people could hang out in. It was September, so the weather wasn't hot. There were some people that were in and out of the pool, but on the whole it was just a nice little feature. As I said, we enjoyed hanging out there most of the time. Another great thing about the Oasis Lounge is it is right next to the pantry, so you can just wander in there, pick up a snack and then come back out to this outside dining area, which is what we ended up doing on the days where we did have lunch in the pantry. And just give you a quick overview of the places we ate and my thoughts about that. My thoughts are not completely reflective of everybody else in the party because they actually may have enjoyed things that I didn't quite enjoy. On embarkation day, we went and we joined both of our bookings together so that we would be seated at the same table and our booking times would all be the same. We ended up eating quite late most days, which is why we didn't necessarily go out of our way to go to a show while we were on board. We didn't see a single show. We saw a couple of musical acts, but not a single show. Breakfast we had in the waterfront waterfront restaurant most of the time, which is one of the 3 main dining rooms on board. We enjoyed the breakfast there. The atmosphere was great. Day 2 was actually Cole's birthday, and I might have gone out of my way to make sure that at every meal they knew it was his birthday, so they would make a fuss. It's all part of the fun of it, isn't it? Breakfast was really great, always such a great choice in the main dining room. Limited breakfast hours, so check those. It was just a really lovely experience. Most of our lunches we had at the pantry, and to be perfectly honest, I was really shocked at the limited choice. It changed every day, but it was quite limited, and there wasn't a lot of salad choices within the pantry. Quite often by the time I got my meal and then got down to where we would eat lunch, it was cold. And it wasn't just a little bit cold, it was quite cold on a couple of occasions. That sort of made it a little bit meh. On the whole, it filled a gap, and for someone who doesn't have taste, I could cope with it. Everybody else seemed happy with their selections from the pantry, so maybe it's just me being picky. So we ate twice at the waterfront for our evening meal.
Creme brulee cheesecake.
Once at Luke Mangion's for Cole's birthday, which was a really lovely meal. Yes, it's an extra charge specialty restaurant, but so worth it. The other night we ate at Angelo's, which is the Italian main dining room, which is included in your price, and it was really lovely. We had really lovely waiters that night.
Lucky to meet these people, lovely people. And this is Kim. We call ourselves Men in Black. We are the Men in Black.
Wait staff are always amazing. If you're kind to them, they will be kind to you. And we just had a really fun time. There's the sunset deck where you can also get a lovely view of the wake of the ship. The Sunset Bar, according to the boys, is the place for sail away because the Avalon Cafe. That was another really lovely little quiet spot. It did get a bit busier at night when people were performing in the atrium. We both had balcony cabins on deck 11 and they were great. We were on either side of the ship, so we got a different perspective on things all the time. We had a small balcony that was actually quite comfortable. All four of us fitted on there. So it was our anniversary the day that we boarded, so I'd ordered some chocolate coated strawberries and a plate of fruit and a bottle of Prosecco so that we could all toast the first day of our cruise and for Phil and I our anniversary, and watched the harbour activities as the ferries came in and out and all of that sort of thing. The bed was comfortable, cannot complain about the bed. We found our cabin really, really comfortable. The bathroom was an adequate size. Only thing that we would complain about was the shower curtain, but we will always complain about a shower curtain, and I loved the robe area. Stewards were beautiful and amazing and worth their weight in gold. I love nothing more than making sure I acknowledge any crew as I walk past them. There's lots of upcharging on the P&O Pacific Adventure. There were bottles of water in the room, but you had to pay for those. They weren't included. Like the pizzas and ice creams and stuff like that around the pool, you had to pay for. It was New Zealand.
I said, shut up and take my card.
There weren't a lot of snacks that you could get for free, so like we bought some cookies. I wasn't impressed with the cookies on the P&O Pacific Adventure. Tell me what your favourite cookie is if you've had them on the Pacific Adventure before. You could get cakes and stuff from the pantry, which we did on a couple of occasions. One of the things that we could do for free was I went on the Waterslide. I've got to climb up those stairs to the very top. Up the stairs. Up there. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to take the camera on the slide, to take the camera back to Phil. And then I'm going to have a go and he'll meet me at the bottom.
Oh, that's not so big.
It is slow.
Slow, is it?
So slow. Just did the water slide. Pretty good. Bit slow, but bit of fun. Had about a probably 40-minute wait climbing up the ladder, but there's only one running at the moment, and that was it. The light blue one. Had a lovely chat with people while we were waiting in the queue. There are lots of other things that you can do within the adventure park as well. There was the Flying Fox. There's a Titanic experience you can do at the front of the ship. All of these are extra experiences. We didn't find upselling too hectic. It did happen a bit, especially for things like their high tea and trying to get bookings at some of those restaurants that maybe weren't as busy as they would have liked them to have been. But on the whole, it wasn't terribly in your face. So what did I think of the Pacific Adventure? This was our first time on this ship. It was a bit hard to navigate actually. Whether it was because it was an atrium style ship and not the mall style ships. It took us probably 3 days to actually get completely acclimated with where everything was on the ship, which isn't a bad thing. One of the hints that I would give you though is if you need to get from one end of the ship to the other and you know that from the get-go, do it in the cabin walkways because they go the full length of the ship. We did go to the Adventure Hotel on our last night for a drink before dinner because we'd heard a duet earlier in the cruise and we wanted to go back and hear them and support them and actually be there, and that was really lovely. Would I do a 4-day cruise again? I've got to say, I'm really glad we went with friends and that we just had a really chilled time. When I looked at the P&O Good Times, their daily newsletter, there were probably a few more activities that I would have done if I had have taken the time to read it. But that was on me. That wasn't on P&O, that wasn't on the ship. There were things that you could do like trivia and different crafts. They did a Gatsby night and a white party. Phil and I did wear white, sort of on the white night, but definitely not as white as other people did. We didn't do the Gatsby night thing, but we could have gone and made a Gatsby headband, which would have been quite fun. A 4-night cruise, I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I sort of came away going, wasn't really quite long enough to really wind down. Like P&O are selling them as a mini break, and they are a mini break. But I feel maybe some of those people who went on who were with doing birthday parties and hens nights, maybe if you were with a bigger group and you were going for a celebratory purpose like that, it might be a bit different. But I found that we went to chill and to relax, and it was sort of, you just get to that point where you've just started to relax and the cruise is over. In the next video, I'm going to talk to you about Tangalooma and the things that we did on Tangalooma, the things you can do on Tangalooma, and we'll have a bit of a look around. If you liked this video and you want to see more, why not hit the subscribe button? We would love you to become part of the Sapphire Blue travel community, and we are edging our way to 1,000 subscribers, and we would love for you to become part of that community. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see how we got on embarkation day, it's more of a vlog style video, check this video out here. As always, travel brilliantly. Bye.